it's Melody Lane, and today I'm going to be making 2 cards, yes, 2, out of the same thing, but I'm going to be using one stamp set on both of them, and then another stamp set, some peachy keen faces, on another one. Put some faces in those flowers. I got all these flowers from the Artiste cartridge. That is a Close to My Heart cartridge, and I'm using these papers that are all, orange one, all Close to My Heart papers, and I'm going to be using these inks. Now, if you don't have the Close to My Heart papers or inks, you can use anything you want. You don't have to use all these. These inks go with these, and I have some ideas I'm going to be stamping, and then some of it's going to have some paper flowers, some of it's not. I'm using the February Stamp of the Month. I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this. I'm going to cut it out. I designed this in the Cricut Design Space iPad app. This is still in beta. It is not available yet. But keep watching my channel, because as soon as it's available, I'm going to let you know. And we're going to cut out a lattice cut card. I got this idea from Jerry Dentel, and she made it in a file for me, and so then I created it into Cricut Design Space, so I can easily share this file with everyone who supports me on Patreon. So I'm going to show you how to put this together and how I'm going to stamp it. And I hit go. It says there's already one in there, so I'm going to replace it. So, but I want to make 2 cards. So I'm going to click this and change that to a 2. Hit done and hit go. And it tells me right here that my setting is on Vinyl Plus. I don't want it on that. I want it on cardstock. So I'm so happy that tells me right there where I can totally see it. It's the first thing I look at. And I usually forget to change my setting. So I'm going to go load up my Explorer and I'll be right back. And it tells you the scoring stylus is required. I don't know if you can see that. This one has a lot of cutting to do because of all those cut lines, so I just might speed this up. So here it is. I went ahead and loaded the second mat for this. Oh, you know what? I forgot to load it on Cardstock Plus. It's still on vinyl, because it did not cut all the way through. The next one, I'm just going to go ahead and change it and hit the go button again on the machine, and it will cut it again. Even after I said, oh look, it tells me, so I remember to change it. So if that ever happens to you, what you do is you hit the little Cricut logo button, and then it'll start blinking, and then you click it again, and it'll go over exactly where it went before. Because the first one didn't cut out right, I want to go back and cut this one again. You can turn this upside down and peel the mat off of the paper. The purple purple one is next. I can see right here. Let me go ahead and load this one with the purple one so it will be ready. I like to use 2 mats at a time so I can load one or unload one while the other one's cutting. Now this scored it down the center and cut all these lines for me. So I'm going to fold it in half. This card is approximately 5 by 7. I like to make them a little bit smaller than 7 inches, like just 6.9 or something, just so they fit in envelopes a little bit easier. Okay, I'm going to show you how to fold the edge of this paper. Bend this first one down. Actually, I'm thinking about cutting this first one off. And then I like it so you fold in the next one. And not this one. It's like you skip one. This one has just little short lines. You could do with the longer lines. And you pull this bottom one up and stick that underneath like that. And then you do the same thing. I like to push right here. And then the top one. See, and this one sticks down more. I think I'm just going to cut this bottom one off. And maybe in the file I'll change it so this just totally cuts. I can just put a cut line right there. Or should I leave it? So you guys can make your choice. And there you go. Then rub it with the score, bone folder. There. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I remember the first time I ever got one of these cards. I thought, that was so cool. I had no idea how to do it. Just love YouTube, don't you? Okay, now I'm going to get the rest of these cut out, and then we're going to do some stamping and gluing and all kinds of things. Okay, I got all my flowers cut out. These are for both of my cards. What I'm going to do also that I didn't do, I was going to do another little piece for this happy hello. And I didn't do that. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to cut one out with scissors. Can you believe it? I'm going to use actual scissors. And I'm just going to use this piece that is left over. Actually, I'm going to cut off a little more. Measure this. Okay, I got plenty of room. And I'm going to fold this in half. There we go. So then I'm going to stamp that on here. Cut a little more off here. Get these points together and cut that off. There. So it's just going to be an arrow like that. And I'll put that right down here. I might stamp this up. Well, I'm going to stamp on this. So let's see what it's... I kind of have a picture in my head of what I want, but it's not a finished picture in my head. when I've never done this, I've never even used these stamps yet. So I just kind of have an idea. So when you first use a stamp, you condition it by rubbing it on your hand or your arm or something. And I'm going to stamp this on here more than once and use different kinds of inks. This one's pear. Let's see. My plan is to stamp this whole thing so it looks like a whole huge field of flowers, and then I'm gonna stamp on some of these and add some of these to it. That's my idea. I can't really finish that idea in my head yet. Okay, so put that down there. I'm going to do a few more. I really like the way that looks. Do this one. But let's get another color. I'm going to try Topiary. I just threw it down. It's a real light one. Try New England Ivy, and I'm going to try it with just this one right here, and just put some random ones. Add another pear one. Now some of these I'm just going to kind of do in the background. And I'm going to use, this is honey, this is the same color as this paper. I think I'm going to use Autumn Terracotta. I'm going to stick, this is the same color as this orange one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one in pink also. Pixie. Let's do the small one, Pixie. I want to do this one with the honey. Now we need some gypsy color. Isn't that fun? Now let's get these. Now this one you could put just like that, but I kind of like it like this. It looks like it has more petals. And I'm going to stamp in here. I'm going to stamp on this one. And this one. I'm going to stamp this one. Here. Okay, I'm going to stamp this one on this scrap paper. I love doing tone on tone stamping in paper. Okay, I'm going to attempt to, let's put purple on this one. I'm not quite sure what purple is going to look like on this color of paper. It looks alright. It's not real purple, but purple and yellow are opposites. It's almost a yellow. It's an orange. So you're not going to see it as purple. Okay, and okay, then I think this is my last one in the purple. Okay, now a few of these, like this one, I'm going to bend the petals up. You can even do this like with a pencil or something. If you spray them with water and get them just damp, they will also bend better for you too. I'm just going to use some glue dots. These are tiny ones, so I'm going to use 3 on this one. And I think I'll put it right there. I use this glue pen. Just to glue it to this. just to bend these up a little bit. Then you could bend this one down. Okay, I'm going to go over the edge of this one with the pear. I'm going to go a little bit darker. There. And I'm going to leave this kind of bent up a little. There we go. I think it's kind of fun. And then you can put a sentiment on the inside. Okay, I'm going to make another card but I'm going to just show you this. This time I'm folding it the other way. I turned this around the opposite way. So these are now going, this one's going to be up instead of down. So then this one is going to be up and under that one. And this one up and under this one. Up under this one. Up under this one. Up under this one. And up under this one. And then you fold it. And you need to press it down real good. Let's see what happens if we just cut this off at the top. Could just cut it off like that. So it's a even edge there. Now this one, I think I might just do some stamping. This one, I'm going to be using some Peachy Keen stamps. Some of the Christmas in July. Maybe just like one like this, or a winking one. Just some little cute ones. And I love this one with the eyelashes. And maybe one of these. Aren't they cute? I love these. I just got these off Amazon. I'll put a link to them below. But I'm going to put them in the middle of my flowers. Just putting lots of extra greenery. So this circle here, from this stamp set, this is, what circle is it? This one? Yeah. The Peachy Keen stamp fits right in the center of it. That is the 5/8 size. I think I'm going to do the face a little bit darker. Now this card would be awesome for like a Mother's Day card. And then you put one of these on it for each grandchild or each child or children and grandchildren. That would be so much fun. I think I'm going to do this one. It's a square face, but that doesn't matter. Isn't it cute? Love that face. And I love how the tongue is like a little heart. Isn't that cute? Such a tiny face. Okay, so here's this one. And you could do the same thing down here as I did to this one. And you could make it say anything. It could be Happy Mother's Day. Or a happy hello, just like this one. Or anything you want. Isn't that fun? And you don't have to cut out these flowers if you don't want to. You could just use these stamps and put a face in the stamp. Yes, they're so much fun. And you could do some big stamps with this, with some of the big face stamps. They come in all different sizes. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Here's a shout out to a few of my supporters on Patreon.
Jackie English, Tracy Caravan, Susan Clemens, Cindy Wesley, Tracy Massow, Denise Tuttle, Michelle Williams-Valentine, Bridgetta Dolberry, April Story, Veronica Cano Campos. Thanks guys. See you in the next video. Bye.